Hello everyone, today I'll give you a short demo or tutorial on how to use the Biomni web platform. So this is the website, go to biomni.stanford.edu. You can explore, the environment, different tool and software and databases we have, and also the papers, GitHub, and so on. And when you're ready to try the app, you should click the sign up a login page, and you will need to fill in an access form. So here, for example, I'm just putting my information here. And then because our budget is kind of limited right now, but we'll try to get as much people in as possible. So once we approve you, you will receive an email about the login details. So here is what the email will look like. So you have the username, a temporary password, and also the link to the app. So let me just copy paste the temporary password here, and so you will land into this page, and then to log in, you first need to have your temporary password and your emails. So the first time when you log in, you'll be asked to set your new password. So here, I just set one, but in the future, this will be your password. Cool. So now you will land into this website page where there's three main parts. The first one is the input chat box, where you can request different tasks that you want Biomni to do, and also ask some clarification questions, and also you can upload different files. And once you're ready, you can just click submit. And then this page is the way where the main conversation is happening with Biomni. So this will once you request a task, once Biomni is finished work, it will send you a report, or you can also directly answer your question without going to this executor. So the executor on the right side, it will only be kind of a launch when Biomni sense that this task requires significant amount of work, requires analysis, requires the use of database, and so on. So once it detects that, it will automatically launch a job here at the executor. And then you will see the trace of how Biomni works, like the reasoning, coding, and observations. So maybe without further ado, let's just try examples. So here I'm trying how does different perturbation affect protein expression in this attached data sets. So once we click yes, it will launch a new task. And the first step is to retrieve relevant resources, data, and libraries that can answer these questions. And after it's finished, it will launch the agent. So it will first do a general planning. So it will load, examine the structure, examine the metadata, perform differential protein expression, and so on and so on. And then it will basically follow the plan and execute in series. So our agent is generally into iteration of reasoning, code execution, and the code observations. Right. So the code execution here is generated by L1, and then it will execute it, and then it will get the observation from the code, and it will do that in series. So here is let me examine more of the metadata to understand the perturbation condition, and it will write additional piece of code. You can click and expand to see the code on its own. And then you just go, if there's a bug, it will just kind of self-debug it and figure out how to do it. And then see, okay, this step is finished, and then it will update the plan, and then it will do the next steps. Okay, so this step is, explore the metadata, and then it will just go further, do more analysis, and do more data exploration, and now let's do the third one. And we also will generate a lot of figures, because this figure will be essential for publications or to understand what's going on in the data. So here you can see that the agent generates a few figures. They are all saved in a safe directory, and it's also all previewed here. And then it makes more visualization to understand what's going on, and then it runs some pathway analysis, trying to understand trying to understand more information. Here's the another visualization of pathway level effects on protein expressions. And lastly, it says, okay, I have done every step in the plan and generate a comprehensive report with findings. So here's the comprehensive analysis summary. There's the key findings, and generate a bunch of files that we can reuse in the future. Also more visualizations. And then in the end, it sense that everything's finished. Let's go to finalize a solution to the user. So this is a typical trace of a Biomni executor where given a task, a complex research task, it's just done all this series of reasoning, coding, and observations. Okay, and now it's ready to return the final report. So as you can see here, it's a concise report, including the key findings, and the biological implications, methodologies, and so on. So, for example, in case you want to ask some clarification question, is for example, I want to know more information about this pathway. What is okay? So here, this is what is this pathway? Since it's a pretty direct kind of a knowledge kind of a questions, it will just directly answer it without delegating it to the executor. But if it's a more complex analysis, it will just launch it here. So that's kind of a brief tutorial on how does the interface work. And then if you, for example, you're interested in make further changes to the code here to edit the figures and also have to have more flexibilities, we also have this export option where you can export it as a Jupyter notebook. So here, just an example, this is the file, and let's move to the cursor page here. So you can see that it includes the plan, it includes all the code, and you can just like play around with it. And also in the export, it also downloads all the raw data. For example, this is the raw visualization that the agent generated. Cool. So we also have other features. For example, you can select different models. We will support more in the future, but right now in default it's using Cloud 4 Sonnet. And yeah, we will support like other like OpenAI models and also some open source one as well. And if you have any feedback, please make sure to provide feedback here. You can directly type in here, and we will see your feedback immediately. And this is also a summary of the usage statistics, just to inform you how expensive is this operation. And actually, no extra charge will be applied. This is just to make you aware to monitor the statistics. And also regarding this, currently because we have limited resource, so each user will only have 50 requests. And then there's also lastly the disclaimer. So this is definitely AI assistant. While it strives for accuracy, please verify any important information, especially the scientific or medical claims. And also around the data's privacy and security. And feel free to contact us if you have more questions. Cool. So that's a quick summary of how do we use the Biomni Biomni web platform. Please send feedbacks if you have any, and enjoy.